This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mohammad Shahnad. I'm Chief Security Officer for the for Hospital Healthway Hospitals. So I'd like to invite all the hospital employees, especially those who are auditors who are going to do the audit, and the operations head and IT department heads. So I have prepared a playbook for the auditing purpose. So I would like to go through the playbook which I have. So this playbook will be a benchmark for you guys to do the auditing. Okay, so here is the details of who is prepared. So myself is prepared this one, and organization details, and when it was prepared, and the confidentiality of this particular playbook. So let me go through the main contents of this playbook. So there is a version which what is the latest version which which we are currently using, and update history will be there. Then introduction about the this playbook. Then there will be network diagram which explains the business processes which we have in our hospital network. Then as a part of this auditing, I have choose the PDCA framework actually for the security audit. So this is the framework which I'm used as a part of this audit as proposing, right? And I'm in later slides or later reports, I'm going to explain each stage of PDCA, that is planning stage, doing stage, checking stage, and acting stage, and what are the things we supposed to do and as an auditor. Okay, so once we do the acting stage, then there will be more details of the data collection and method we have to do, the evidence verification, then report structure and formats, then also compliance reference and best practices, then all the templates and checklists that required as a part of the audit, then playbook infogram, it's a summary of what we have in the playbook, then glossary and references. All right, so these are the list of tables which you will be seeing in this report, and these are the appendix which will be uploading or sharing along with this particular playbook. So let's go to the first version, right? This is the first version, initial draft. So if there is any further improvement, it will be updated accordingly. So we'll start with introduction. So the purpose of this playbook is to serve as a standardized practical guide for the internal auditor. This is mainly for the internal auditors who's going to do an auditing at the Healthway Hospital, right? For a security audit and assessment on the hospitals newly deployed. Because why we are doing this security assessment is that because of the newly deployed cloud-based electronic medical records system. So we are migrated everything to the cloud-based. So once we have done the migration, it's very important to do the auditing. So who all are the target of this playbook? So you can see the internal auditors, the main target or its playbook will be targeted to internal auditors, then IT security personnel, then compliance and governance team, and clinical application support teams. So these are the main target of this playbook. Okay, so let me show you the a simple diagrammatic. So this is a diagram which we are targeting the audit to be happen. So this is a process diagram. We can see in the hospital we have workstations, we have mobile devices, then we have a security gateway, let's firewall, then we have a cloud system, they have internal servers and third-party applications or system which is currently running, right? So before I go to the each step of the PDCA, let me give you a small introduction of overview of a PDCA. So basically, PDCA it's for plan, do, check, and act. Right? It's a cycle of continuous improvement framework widely adopted in the quality and security management system. So it consists of four phases. Phase one is that span phase. We establish the audit strategy, and phase two that is do phase, which execute all the audit activities. Check phase is analyze and evaluate the findings of the auditing, and act phase is recommend an improvement process that will be part of this auditing, right? So let's go through each stage. So planning stage, I have explained here what are the roles and responsibility of the IT auditor in this plan phase. What are the objective and scope that is an auditor has to do? So you can see all the list of objectives are here. You can go through each objective, right? And the scope, what are the scope which will be covered under this auditing? So you can see EMR software, clinical workstation, network components, security controls, and everything will be covered in this scope. Now, regulations and standard. As part of this audit, what are the regulations and standard which you have to follow, strictly follow? These are the standards which we have to follow. I have explained here, and I have more details of the standard in the below report pages. Okay, now as a part of the planning, we also need to do assign the roles and responsibilities. So these are the roles which we have to be assigned, and these are the responsibility for each of the role assigned for this auditing. Now, what are the checklist and tools required? So below are the below you can see tools which is required for the auditing, and you can also have the timeline for the auditing, right? So there should have a timeline. Okay, then doing stage. So in doing stage, it's actually execution of the phase of audit. So it's actually execution of the plan one. We have a plan, now we have to do execute the plan. That is what we are doing in the doing stage. So in doing stage, we can see conducted data collections, right? So these are the steps. What are the things we have to be for the data collection? Then we need to have a perform a technical testing and validation. Those details also included here, and conduct interviews and observation. These are the different methods we have to do for the data collection, record observation and evidence, then ensure integrity and confidentiality. All these things will cover under do stage. Now, once we finish do stage, once we have all the data, this next stage is a checking stage. So checking stage is an analytical phase of the PDCA cycle, where the internal audit team in our hospital systematically reviews and evaluate the evidence gathered during the doing stage. So the main purpose of this is to identify security gaps, verify control effectiveness, and assess the compliance with internal policies and external standards, right? Whether it's following or not. So this can be done through evaluation of the audit evidence, and you can see what are the criteria, and then second thing, identify the non-conformity or complaints or weakness within the system. So based on all the things which we have collected earlier, we need to verify all those things. So risk rating and classification based on the risk which we hide, and we need to do a classification of the risk. So here is the criteria and description for each of the severity and description. So you can go through this. And key component of the report should also, once we have the things identified, right, in an analysis, we need to prepare a report. So what are the things that required in the report is also highlighted here. And you can also see the stakeholder review and validation. So before proceeding on the acting stage, we need to review this first initial draft of the report to the stakeholders. Then key outcomes of the checking stage. So after this will be the key outcomes. Once we have the things, we have audit finding, we have risk prioritization, non-confirmation register, compliance gap, a finalized evidence log, a reviewed and approved technical and management report. So then we will proceed to acting stage. The acting stage is the final and most transformative phase of the PDCA. This is mainly focusing on converting audit finding into corrective actions, initiative, continuous improvement, institutionalizing security best practice, etc. So you can see a corrective action plan. So this is one of the main thing which is supposed to do in the acting stage. So what are the things which will under the cap, right? You can see those things. We have a template actually for all those things. It will be attached along with this document. Then preservative and status improvement. What are the improvements we can do? Then verification and follow-up activities. So once we have the report, what are the things we need to verify and what are the follow-up actions we need to do? Those also explained in this particular report. Okay, now let's go to the data collection method and evidence verification. So as a part of data collection method, the effective data collection and evidence verifications are critical to ensure the accuracy and the completeness of the and credibility of the security audit. So you can see the audit evidence sources, or it should be gathered from the combination of technical system and process documentation. So you can go through this thing, most of the logs, configuration files, user access record, everything has been explained here that is supposed to be part of this one. Then interviews and observation is also one of the methods. So data collection techniques, what are the techniques we can use for the data collection, which I have mentioned here. All the checklists and everything is there. Then evidence verification method, what are the method we have to verify the evidence. What are the techniques we can use for the evidence verification. Evidence handling and confidentiality is also what all the process of method we have to do this thing also highlighted here. Now documentation templates, so all those things has to be ensure constant, it has to be in a particular template. So these things, what are the format of the templates, everything is highlighted here. So the next section is reporting structure and format. So all well-defined reporting frameworks ensure that audit findings are communicated effectively, and all relevant stakeholders support time decision-making, remediation plan ongoing. So Healthway audit report must balance high-level overview for the effectiveness. So there are different types of report that need to go. One is executive for the management. What are the content that's supposed to have in the report is explained here. A second report, it's for the operational team, right? So what are the contents that required for the is also here, and what are the frequency the report has to be generated, or internal audit report, follow-up report, and instant trigger report. So we can see the frequency and distribution list, which report supposed to send to whom, also described here. Okay, now complaints reference and best practices. So as a part of this audit, what are the important standards we have to follow? So first one is a HIPAA. So this is basically Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. So this is a mandatory, and what are the main clause or the reference we need to follow as part of the standard. Then the second one is ISO IEC 27001 2022 standard. So this is provide a framework for the information security management system, ISMS. So you can see what are the control area and level control measure example we have to take. Then going forward, internal security policies. So there are internal security policies that also be taken into consideration. So these are the policies which we have internally, was also highlighted here. Templates and checklists. The following templates I have provided along with this report. So you can see in the report. This is actually a grocery infograph of what exactly this playbook will be giving you. And yeah, this is the grocery. Each terms which we have used will be also explained here for your reference. And these are the summary which we are using for this particular playbook. Thank you so much.